If I may summarize that question, which was both lengthy and detailed, how do you choose the hotels to go on your website? What criteria do you use?
Well,
starting from left to right, yeah. Michael.
On HRS, we have a very simple policy for that, which is there is no preference for no hotel. So we have a generic. You can probably arrange the reply from the system by probably 7 or 8 different measures. But the generic is a list by price, and we believe this is the right way to do it, and customer feedback's proven that. Unlike if you look back in the GDS where you can buy listings, and in some OTAs, that's a way that the business goes, as well as logarithms that will find what you described as the most preferential, the best ratings, etc. We still believe a fair display and a fair chance for everybody will support those properties that are of individual hotels, which if you look across Europe, there's still the majority is non-chain affiliated hotels. Now, the ones that have deeper pockets are typically the ones in a higher category, the 4- and 5-star hotels, because they, the room profits or the overall profits are typically deeper. If you look at the hotel chains, they have a little bit deeper pockets. So in the end, they could actually buy the ratings and buy conversion. And our philosophy is, in lieu of a partnership with our suppliers, we want to give the fair model out to everybody, and also then have the customers decide out of the whole list. And that's why we display a list and not pages, on the site to make the choice. But that's our statement. We don't bias. We don't want to bias because we believe in a fair chance for every supplier that is on our site.
Right. Before I ask anybody else questions, are there any other questions out there? There are some. So what I'll do is just ask Chris, if I may, to answer that question. So we've got a representative from...
I'll just be very quick, actually. TravelZoo really only works with about between 2,000 to 5,000 hotels around the world. And we showcase a hotel for a single week for the most part. And we let our audience of 18 million subscribers around the world know you can go and stay at that hotel at this special opportunity at this time. So it might be a hotel opening, it might be during a distressed period of time, and we only ever feature one hotel in one destination at any given time. We will never feature 2 hotels in London at the same time because we feel that makes them compete. So that's how we optimize and really provide the best response for the hotel.
John, have you got a very quick answer?
Very quickly, there's 2 ways that we approach it. First of all is that our teams go out there and make sure that we contract and negotiate a selection of 2, 3, 4, and 5-star hotels for our destinations. Second piece is that the teams go out and negotiate value-added deals and promotions to have available across the sites globally. But ultimately, our customer decides basically on the hotel that's offering the selected value-added promotions, best in class, everything from the content, descriptions, photographs that hotel is making available. So our what we call, I hate to use the word algorithm, so to answer your question, how do we get up there in the first 3 or 4 pages? Ultimately, the customer for us decides, and that's based on the number of clicks that the customer looks at that hotel, the type of content that the hotel is displaying, and the actual deals that it's offering for that period of time.
Lucia.
As we are neutral and we don't sell anything, we can include in our search engine from the B&B to the 4-star hotels. So we list hotels for prices, but you can filter by yourself if you need to go, for example, in London, and you need near X road or X square, and user can just filter the choice and filter the display, but the rating is the first and only one thing we wanted to do, to be neutral.
Luis.
What we do is, in terms of the sort, we have an algorithm that takes into account, let's say, 2 aspects. The first one is a little bit of what have we learned from this customer based on their buying behavior, so that we can display the product that is more relevant from them, and then that selection is also impacted but the quality of the rates, inventory, etc., and customer reviews that hotel is offering, right? Now, we also have opportunities in marketing and merchandising that the market managers or supply team has to highlight different supplies based on needs, etc., etc.
Okay, thank you. There is one more question from the lady in the front.
Yes, it's quite a complex question.
Oh, great.
Surely you are conscious that part of your public uses you already as search engines, because I don't have any statistics about this, but I'm sure that there is people who search with your site the right place to go, and then books directly to them. Absolutely. And about this, of course, we have to pay for your work, for promotion, for the presence of your website on the net. But of course, it's not nice for the one who was booked through you to pay also for the structures who are booked out of you. And I think that as well, the tour operators, the conventional tour operators, are, by commas, little starving because the consciousness of the consumer, because the consumer is developed since the last years, and so they are. We structures. I have a bed and breakfast here in Florence. The web is very democratic, and so we have the same chances of you. Of course, less resources, but the same chances of you to be found in the web. But on the other side, we have how can I say? It's difficult to explain. I have the idea. I mean, the conventional tour operators are suffering about the higher consciousness of the consumer, because the consumer is more able to find by himself the right place to go. Mm-hmm. And what do you think you are going to do to face this problem?
Right. Now, if I understand you rightly, we've got empowered consumers making life extremely difficult for everybody, not least the online tour operators, because the online tour operators introduce them to suppliers, and wham, there's disintermediation, because the canny consumer pursues the supplier directly. Is this a problem? Luis, first to volunteer.
Excellent, thank you. Well, I think having consumers educated is great, right? And as long as you're able to add value to that consumer, then there's no problem, right? There is absolutely no problem, right? If your business is not doing something special so that consumer has the trust to pick you, then you have a problem with your business, right? You have to adapt. So I don't think that is a problem. As a matter of fact, it is an opportunity for the hotel suppliers, because I have here, for example, a research. I don't know if you have seen it. It's called the Billboard Effect from the Cornell Hospitality School, that is analyzing the impact of being present in an OLTA, right? And what they found out is that actually for the fact that a hotel is present in an OLTA brings bookings direct, right? And we call it the Billboard Effect. And that's kind of part of the service of the deal that you are for participating. I think the study says that the impact goes from the hotels that participated in the study from being on an OLTA received from 7 to 27% extra business just by being there, right? So, it's a good study, and it's a good extra value that we offer to the suppliers.